Welcome back. Season 6 with the Marshall Thundering Herd. Nice ranked win last episode against an overrated Clemson team on the road. We smoked them 63-28, rushed for 321 yards, 5 scores on the ground. Our defense forces 3 turnovers. We've been overwhelming teams, and it's been a ton of fun. Today we face an up-and-coming Syracuse program with a young, dynamic quarterback who could give us some trouble. I'm Kimbroplays. Let's get it. The hot start for Georgia Tech comes to an end. They finally face elite competition and they go down. North Carolina dispatches them easily, 42-7, and they only gave up a late garbage time touchdown. The Tar Heels are looking legit so far. We also saw today's opponent, Syracuse, slip up in a tough matchup against Pitt. I called it in the offseason episode. I think they will be the toughest matchup from the other side of the conference that we're going to meet. That's how good I think Pitt can be. Last update from last week's games. The Nittany Lions got a big ranked win in Big Ten play, beating Nebraska. And the fact that we're moving to a 12-team playoff this year makes keeping track of a game like this and programs like these two a lot more fun. But let's talk about today. Syracuse, 5-1, a C+ roster. They lost to that good Pitt team last week, but they still sit within the top 20 in points per game, top 10 in total offense. They have some real strengths on this team, but they are also -6th, 120th in turnover differential. Tough stretch of games for Cuse. They go 3 straight against top 15 opponents, and they also still have to face Clemson and Florida State to close up the year. And then for us, unbeaten so far, playing yet another ranked opponent. We have Syracuse today, in-state rival West Virginia next week, but then it's number 6 Notre Dame. And if they keep winning, I expect that game to be a top 5 showdown. Still, so much of this story of season 6 left to right. Top 2 teams in the Atlantic, Marshall and Syracuse. This game means a lot for the future of this race. Florida State still lingering as well. And then on the other side, you got the Tar Heels on top, but the Hokies, Yellow Jackets, and Panthers are all right there. 313 total yards and 5 scores last week for QB1 and the Heisman favorite heading into week 9. I felt like we were going to put a lot of talent around Adams this season, but he's come in and made us better instead of us carrying him. But if you look towards the bottom, keep an eye on quarterback 1 in Chapel Hill. David Chambers, 90 overall, 4th-year junior. He has been really good for the number 1 ranked team in the country. Dino has done a really nice job. A- prestige, 100% job security. He has this program headed in the right direction, and they are 1 win away from their 5th bowl-eligible season in 6 years. Definitely tough to do in a difficult ACC conference. Good work by Dino Babers. The Syracuse roster, I think, has been overachieving a little bit thanks to some really good quarterback play. Anytime your best player is an 88 overall punter, that's going to limit you against some of the best teams in the country. They do have a nice wide receiver in Williams at 86 overall. Sapp, the tight end, is solid, and they've got a few nice pieces on the back 7 of the defense, but this team will only go as far as Lauren Gooden takes them. The redshirt sophomore is talented, averaging 245 yards passing per game, and he's already thrown for 15 touchdowns. He'll also get you another 70 with his legs every game, so it'll be priority number 1 to shut down number 2. I believe this is our first time in the Carrier Dome in this series. It opened up in 1980. It holds about 50,000 fans. And interestingly enough, when I was looking it up for this game, it hosts football, lacrosse, and men's and women's basketball. It's the largest domed stadium on any college campus in the country. And when they play basketball, it's the largest on-campus basketball arena, holding 35,000. Pretty wild. And shout out to my boy Ricky, who's been a lifelong Syracuse fan. We're going to have to smoke your boys today. Lauren Gooden and the Orangemen get the ball first. Harvey on the sweep right, but he gets drugged down. Ryan Young continues to have a stellar season for us. He gets the first TFL of the day. 2nd and 12 upcoming. Speed option left, and it's Johnson who brings him down. Back-to-back negative plays for Syracuse. Great work. First 2 plays for this Marshall D as we send a pressure from Sanders. Nope. Make them get it out fast. Aaron Soule in there to break that one up. Going to force the punt. It is a quick 3 and out for Syracuse. 4th and 16. Ball into the air. Eric Love settling under it. Fumbles it, muffs it, and it's going to be a turnover. Shout out NCAA14. Doesn't even animate to try to catch the ball. And unfortunately, we give Cuse a golden opportunity as we send the safety blitz, and look at Ryan Young reach back and swat this one down. He's got a deflection in a TFL. Man, that's annoying. Eric Love with the fumble on the muffed punt. Gooden now scrambling out of the pocket. He is going to get across the line of scrimmage. brought down by Tyrone Hooper, but it's 3rd and 9, so 2 quick 3rd and long situations for Cuse as they set up the screen. Harvey gets outside of the numbers, but Aaron Sowell ranges over, and it's going to be another 4th down. This time they're in field goal range. They trot out their kicker. He bangs this one through, so Syracuse benefits from the muffed punt. They get the ball. They get points on their opening drive. Technically 2 drives, but you know what I'm saying. We flip it out to Casey Smith on 1st down, and they're going negative. The little toss out to the flat, well covered by Syracuse, sets us back. 2nd and 16. Quarterback zone read left. Adams gets hit hard, upended. Gets us 6 back. Gonna give us a chance. 3rd and 10 upcoming. Adams settles. Has plenty of time. Now looks deep. Flicks it downfield as he sees Casey Smith streaking up the sideline, and he hauls this one in. 37-yard reception. Casey Smith on this little wheel route. I think they're in zone coverage. They are. Cuse loses track of him. Andrew Adams keeps the play alive, puts a good ball on him. Marshall in business with a big play, big conversion on 3rd and long. Beautiful. Inside the Syracuse 40. Pressure coming. Adams gets out of the tackle. Now moves left. Looking downfield. Throwing across his body to the end zone. And it's Chambers. 38-yard touchdown. Tommy Chambers. And hello, Heisman. My goodness, Andrew Adams. What a play this is. What a good, strong throw, too, across his body. A little bit underthrown, but in the perfect spot. I don't think I've ever made a play like this. Gets blitzed off the left, bites off the tackle from a defensive lineman, then has the wherewithal to escape and the speed and strength to launch this one. That ball is probably 50 yards in air across his body. Oh, Andrew Adams, you dog. And check this one out. Vatek up early on the road at North Carolina, 3-0. 5-1 Virginia Tech looking to play spoiler. Man, what a start. Marshall's D really giving up no yards, but unfortunately, I've already given up 3 points. Special teams turnover, causing issues early, but hey, we get the lead on an incredible start to the game. Johnson on a little tunnel screen gets hit by Ryan Young. He's going nowhere. They motion Gilliam into the backfield, but they give it up the middle to Harvey. Nice little run there. Gets brought down by Corey Brown. Falls forward for the first. Now a 1st and 10. Pressure coming, and he goes down. Gooden sacked by Ron Davis, who does a good job coming off the edge at his defensive end position. Now Gooden on 2nd and 16. He's got a huge hole. Can Eric Love cut him off? He does. 26-yard zone read keeper for Gooden using his legs. We talked about it. He averages 70 yards on the ground per game. And look at Cuse here, now running some more. Doing a good job getting us off balance. Now stretching the ball on the outside, speed option. Gilliam has some room, has a few blockers. Ryan Young does a good job to slow him up. 13-yard rush as Syracuse kind of running it right at us. Now inside the red zone for the first time today. A little tunnel screen left, looking to get it to Williams. He stiff arms, finds a way to get 5. Quentin Williams. 2nd and 5 from about the 11. Gooden speed option left. Johnson does a good job. Daniels does a good job slowing it down. Well defended by Marshall. Gonna leave him with a 3rd and 3 from the 9. Looking to set up the screen right. Eric Love reads it well. Comes all the way across the formation. Makes the play on PJ Harvey. It's going to force them to kick another field goal. Syracuse sputters down the stretch. Good drive, though, to put more points up. 7-6 our score early here late in the first quarter. First target, first catch for Brennan Armstrong. He's got 11. Shotgun. Casey Smith in the backfield. They send a little pressure. We throw to Chandler Taylor left on the hook route. Pushes his way upfield, has 19. Good little pitch and catch there. They're playing off coverage on these cornerbacks, so we'll have some opportunities out here on the outside as we sweep it right to Casey Smith. Doesn't get a block on the edge, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. 2nd and 10. We stay. We only send 4 out into the route. Adams tries to scramble, fumbles this one. Thomas Webb, oh my goodness, saves the day for us. But it's going to leave us with a 3rd and 6 as we tried to get the ball outside on a little scramble. Adams gets hit, fumbles it. Now looking deep down the sideline, a little miscommunication as Matthews was coming back to the ball. This one was thrown upfield, swatted down by Odom, and Marshall going to have to punt. Punt goes through the end zone, touchback. That's where Harvey in the Wildcat and Syracuse is going to start this drive, but Matt Sullivan swallows this play up. TFL. Gooden back in there, tried to go speed option, doesn't get rid of it, and it's Johnson, his 2nd TFL on the day. We're doing such a good job defending the speed option. I don't think they're going to have any options. And there's Tyrone Hooper. Gooden holding the ball too long. Hooper drags him down. Nice job getting an inside rush on the right guard. Hooper's too powerful. Syracuse punts. Marshall has it across the 50. First play of the drive. Adams looking up the sideline, finding Tommy Chambers, who jukes inside. Stays up. Gets it inside the 15. It's a 30-yard reception. And this one, I don't know what happened. They just kind of lost track of Chambers up the sideline. He kind of runs in behind William Matthews, sneaks up the field, 30 yards, and we're in business. Sweep left, Casey Smith cuts it up vertically. Has about 5 as he falls forward. 2nd and 5 from about the 10. Now over the middle, Brandon Armstrong couldn't hang on. Had people all around him, incomplete. Going to leave us with a 3rd and 5 from the 9. Adams, well protected, now gets outside, tucks, runs, falling forward, gets hit, hangs onto the ball. He's not to the end zone, but he does have the first down. 1st and goal. Inside give, easy as you like. Casey Smith into the end zone from 2 yards out. Well blocked by Marshall up front. We extend our lead as we check back in. Vatek now up 10, but the Hokies came to play today against the Tar Heels. Syracuse 14-6, they trail. Gooden, next drive, looking left, finding his tight end, Sapp. He's going to get tracked down. Nice play there, 30 yards. Good start to the drive by them. Harvey on the draw play, though. Next play going backwards. Well done. Ron Davis has a TFL. 2nd and 11. Zone read keeper for Gooden. Running through the seam. He's got 8 yards, and he gets a bunch back. Now it's a 3rd and 3. What do they have cooked up? We only send 3 to the sideline. Johnson. Derek Johnson. This is one of the nicest catches I've seen in NCAA 14. Go up and make a catch with your left. Get 2 feet down. Ooh, that was sick. 1st and 10. Gooden looking to scramble, and Tyrone Hooper is there to swallow him up. 55, our transfer defensive tackle. He looks like the offensive lineman. Look how big he is versus that right guard, 64. 55 is going to eat all day. 2nd and 13. We send pressure. Gooden gets rid of it, throws it to Williams. Good job by Scott Ward on the coverage, but he does have 6. 3rd and 7. Empty. Gooden, well protected, looking left. Ward! Ooh, in the trail technique. Probably should have had an INT. Does a good job to get the pass deflection. Going to leave him with a 4th and 7 and another field goal try. Plenty of leg on this one, and they do tack on another 3. Syracuse hanging around late in the 2nd quarter. 14-9 is our score. First play of the drive, Casey Smith sweeping right, cutting up inside, breaking a tackle, has a little bit of room, gonna get drugged down from behind, 20-yard carry, nice little juke up inside, breaks the tackle of a linebacker, still has the speed to outrun guys. Man, Casey Smith has been so good this year. William Matthews, motion man across the formation, 4:50 left to go in the first half, running left with Smith, juking up inside again, then gets tumbled forward. He's got 10 yards, they're going to give him the first. Jeff Clemens in the game to spell him, running it up inside, laying on top of bodies. He's got a nice gain of 7, leaving us with a 2nd and 3. Little play action. Adams leaking out right. Not a lot of options downfield. Going to have to chuck this one out of bounds. 3rd and 3. Smart not to take a sack there, not to try to force anything. Plenty of time. Over the middle, finding Brandon Ross. The 5th wide receiver on this roster. 18 yards over the middle. Good throw. Adams had all kinds of time. Delivered a strike over a late in-breaking route. Now we give it to Chandler Taylor on the sweep. Does he have enough to get to the end zone? And he does. Chandler Taylor on the rare rushing attempt. This is just a jet sweep. We get a great block by Casey Smith. He then goes downfield, gets another piece of somebody. And Chandler Taylor with great speed, able to run through an arm tackle at the end line, and he gets in. 17-14 as we check the studio update. Virginia Tech hanging on just barely by a thread. North Carolina storming back to keep it a 3-point game. 3:35 left to go in the first half. Johnson motioning across. He's going to get the sweep. Similar play to what Chandler Taylor just scored on, but a great job by Mario Sanders to get the shoestring tackle. I don't know, that's got 3 or 4 straight possessions where Syracuse has started with a negative play, but not negative here. Lauren Gooden on the quarterback keeper, 26 yards as the zone read fools us again. They get great blocks out on the edges, including a tight end. Sapp hits a big block. We're lucky Kenneth Daniels was able to track him down. Another huge play on the ground for Gooden. Nope. Gonna get sacked here on this one, though. Ron Davis with his 2nd on the day. 2nd and 16, 2:35 left to go. Harvey on the draw. Ryan Young says no shot. Ryan Young, when he comes with that 6'6 frame on a blitz from the linebacker position, it is dangerous. 3rd and 19, Gooden just launching downfield. Scott Ward is out there, reaches up and swats another one down as 14 ends another drive. Huge play by Scott Ward. Syracuse forced to punt, 2 minutes to go. Marshall has it, looking for Armstrong. We've got it. 1:45 left, 1st and 10. Marshall getting close to the midfield stripe. We hit Chandler Taylor, falls out of bounds and stops the clock. 2nd and 6, Chambers the motion. From our own 49, now orbits back to his own direction. Adams dumps it down to Casey Smith. Big stiff arm, gets out of bounds. Going to leave us with a 3rd and 2, clock stopped. All 3 timeouts, plenty of time for Marshall. Now a bunch of all curls. Chandler Taylor, 8 yards, picks up the 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 38, maybe 39 of Syracuse. Adams on the scramble as they go man coverage everywhere downfield. He's going to slide down and protect himself. Big 1st down by Andrew Adams. From the 21-yard line, Adams looking, has plenty of time, flicks it out to Casey Smith, jukes upfield, falls forward, has the first 13 yards, 1st down. Now it's a 1st and goal, 50 seconds. Looking right, Chambers has it, steps out. Don't have to use any of our timeouts if we keep using the sideline. Now we flip it to Walker, who's just short of the goal line. He has it inside the 1, Lou Walker, as we've run a bunch of clock here. Don't want to give them any time to score. Running it up inside Casey Smith from less than a yard away. His 2nd touchdown on the day. Marshall, huge response drive. Check out the blocking. Look at Thomas Webb. Man, that offensive line doing work. Unstoppable up the middle. Marshall taking a huge lead, 28-9 into halftime, and a huge momentum ceiling drive to end the half. Really impressed by how we were able to march it downfield and get that score. Basically 200 yards passing already, 100 yards on the ground. We do have the 1 turnover. Syracuse barely over 100 total yards of offense in 10 minutes of possession. So Marshall's D has done a great job shutting it down and not giving up too many yards. Let's get this 3rd quarter started. Marshall's going to get it first. Speed option right on 1st down. Adams pitches it late to Casey Smith, who gets ridden out of bounds. He's got 5. Now a 2nd and 5. Tommy Chambers, the motion man. Fake the jet sweep, and we dump it back to him. A little miscommunication, incomplete. That leaves us with a quick 3rd and 5. Pressure coming. Adams thrown over the middle. Chandler Taylor gets there, has it, 17 yards, as we've had a lot of success over the middle of the field late in a snap. Here we go. Adams finds Taylor on the drag route against a linebacker. Gets knocked out of bounds, but has 14. Chandler Taylor's been really dynamic today. 1st and 10. Inside give. Jeff Clemens. It gets swallowed up quickly. He's got 3, but no more. Adams quickly out to Casey Smith on 2nd down. Flips it. He jukes. Knocks. Fumbles the ball out of bounds. Ended up staying up and doing a little bit too much, but we retain possession. So we're about the Syracuse 30. Inside give as Clemens is back out there, fighting for yards, is only able to get 3. 2nd and 7 as we make a late change on the play, as we tried to get cheeky, go inside to William Matthews on a little fullback dive, but they were ready for it, leaving us with a 3rd and 5. Little play action, looking left. Adams has options downfield, doesn't like any of them, decides to dive forward. Reach out the ball, has the 1st. 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Ooh, quarterback keeper fighting forward, only he's able to get 1. Probably should have handed this one off. 2nd and 9, shotgun. Well protected as Cuse only brings 3. Flips it out to Clemens, spins upfield, only a gain of 2, so it's a 3rd and long situation. Adams, well protected, flipping to the sideline. Tommy Chambers gets his feet in, hits the pylon, 14 yards as Adams, 260 yards, 2 touchdowns passing. Good short, quick release there. Hits Chambers on the out route, holds his feet in bounds, and extends the ball over the pylon. Marshall into the end zone. Bang! 35-9 is our score. 4 sacks on the day, only 100 yards of total offense given up so far. We've been doing what we do to everybody. Swallow them up. Harvey, though, says, I want some of that. 20-yard reception out of the backfield as we sent pressure on 1st down. Really smart play by them. Gooden as we send pressure again. McKnight over the middle has 2. Ryan Young been so solid in his pass coverage all day. 2nd and 8 as they look to set up the screen. Now they flip it to the sideline. Eric Love quickly hits Gilliam. He's got 3. Going to leave him with a 3rd and 5. Sap the motion man across formation. Gooden has it as we send pressure. Hooper gets home. Tyrone Hooper with a huge sack on 3rd down. Going to force the punt. Marshall's got it back. Man, he has been so good today, Tyrone Hooper. We quickly flip this one out to William Matthews. He's got a short pickup of 4. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Tyrone Hooper. He has been an awesome pickup. The JUCO transfer coming in, starting at defensive tackle. He has been a stud. Speaking of studs, Casey Smith keeping a good day going as we get near the end of the 3rd quarter. Another run, 3 straight in a row for Casey Smith as he's fallen forward, gets wrangled down. Now a 3rd and 1. Another run play up the middle, but Jeff Clemens gets wrangled down. He is stopped at the line of scrimmage, going to force us into a 4th and 1. We try to go zone read keeper, and it goes nowhere. Tackled in the backfield, Andrew Adams gets swallowed up, and that's a turnover on downs. Syracuse set up with great field position at our 45, and that could be a big momentum-changing play. Gooden, well protected, has a ton of people in there, decides to scramble, slides down for 3, only had a few people out in the route. Instant pressure here on 2nd down, and Gooden is going to go down. Paul Stratton, our backup defensive tackle, working against the left guard, absolutely dominates. 3rd and 14, this is not where you want to be as we heat you up. They try to set up the screen to Harvey, and who's there? Tyrone Hooper. What a day he's having. Syracuse forced to punt, giving it right back to us as we start the 4th quarter. Morris into the game. Oof. A little ugly, hitting Cedric Britt, miscommunications. We've got the big lead. No reason to do anything crazy injury-wise. Just get through it. Roy Morris drifting, now lobbing deep down the sideline, looking for Suggs into double coverage. Yeah, ill-advised throw by the rookie. 3rd and 10 upcoming. Morris throwing again. They send 5. Good strong throw over the middle, finding Brandon Ross up the seam. Now we go draw play to Suggs. Gets a couple blocks, gets tackled. 5-yard gain. It's a 2nd and 5, under 7 to play. Morris drifting, has all damn day. Lobbing deep. Brandon Ross, well defended. Chris White reaches up and swats this one down. 3rd and 5 upcoming. We're trying to test it out, see exactly what Morris has. I mean, these guys practice too. As we look for Lou Walker, who can't keep a foot in. Man, we had him on the corner route to the sideline. Good throw by Morris. I'm not mad about that at all. Marshall, 6 sacks. Haven't forced a turnover yet, but they have been absolutely dominant. Cuse obviously forced that fumble early in the 1st quarter, but they have not been able to stop us ever since. Good strong throw here, but Stewart collapses this one quickly. Backup safety. Stewart gets a hand in there. 2nd and 10. Looking over the middle. Gilliam has it, gets hit. Somehow he got away from Eric Love. Gets himself to a 3rd and inches. Cuse up the middle. Houston breaks a tackle from the cornerback, falling forward. Converts. Gooden, we send pressure. Alexander there to cover it. Bobby Houston again. This time he's got 4. Gooden in the shotgun, looking right. Sapp wide open as we're stumbling all over each other out there in the space. Takes 3 Marshall players to tackle Sapp. Eric Love gets completely shook out of his pants trying to cover this tight end, who's a good player. I think he's like an 85 overall. Stewart couldn't make the play. It took 3 Marshall players to get him out of bounds. My goodness, what a beast. 1st and 10, garbage time. 5 minutes to go in the 4th. Marshall with a good lead. Jake McKnight toe taps along the sideline. Cuse with a 2nd and 1. 4:40 left to play. We send only 4, and it gets home. Nice play, sack there. That's Grant Jordan in there on the tackle. Gonna leave him with a 3rd and 3. As they look, Gooden looks to run. Look at this play, Leon Williams with the sack. As he gets up, this is crazy. Look at this athleticism. He gets chop blocked by the right tackle, quickly gets off his feet, gets Gooden as he tries to escape the pocket. 4th and 7, last hope for Syracuse. Looking left, Sapp. Oh man, he's had such a great game. It's gonna end with a Sapp drop. Morris on the next possession as we just look to run out the clock. 3rd and 3 as we jump through this one a little bit. Morris looking to scramble. Oh my goodness, the freshman looking all kinds of dazed and confused as he gets sacked. We punt it back to Cuse. Harvey in there. He's in there as the Wildcat quarterback looking downfield. Only has 2 guys really running and moving off his back foot. Ryan Young gonna pick this one off. Syracuse is doing the most. Good job by Ryan Young, gets the INT. Huge play by the middle linebacker. He deserves that. He's had a really nice game. He's been great in pass coverage. He deserved a little bit of a lollipop turnover there. Pad the stats a little bit as the Wildcat running back turned quarterback throws it right to our linebacker. Morris in there still looking to throw. Lou Walker on the little play action out route. Good strong throw and catch by Morris and Walker. Minute left to play. Final few snaps. Just wanted to give you guys an extended look at Roy Morris as he has looked good. Tommy Chambers reaches up, grabs it. Let me take that back. Morris has not looked great, but when he has had time to throw, he has a good arm, and I like it. So there it is. Inside give to Chris Suggs, 11-yard touchdown. As Marshall pours it on a little bit, the Boo Birds are coming out in the Carrier Dome. They don't love to see it. Dino Baber's probably a little upset, but hey, these guys, like I said, they practice too. Last studio update of the day. We check in. Pitt hanging on 31-21 against West Virginia as the Mountaineers tried to hang on and play Pitt tough, but Barry, 4 touchdowns passing, 259 yards. They're looking to get a piece of Marshall here pretty soon. Pitt looking pretty good, 5th ranked in the country. We are final in Chapel Hill, 34-17. I believe that game was 17-7 at one point. North Carolina shuts them down for the final 3 quarters. Chambers only throws for 72 yards and 2 touchdowns on 7 of 20 passing. But North Carolina finds a way to get it done, and Marshall hangs on to this one. We cruise, earning another ranked win, 4th win in 7 games if you count that neutral site week 1 Texas A&M game. It's 42-9 is the final in this one. Starters only played 3 quarters. Entire 4th quarter was dedicated to the backups. We roll up 315 passing yards. We shut down Gooden and Cuse's 11th ranked passing offense to just 134 yards in the air. A good amount of that coming in garbage time too. Tommy Chambers, big time game. Our senior leader goes for 104 on 5 catches, has 2 touchdown receptions, and on defense, it was a party all day at the quarterback. 8 total sacks. Tyrone Hooper, the JUCO, gets 3. The D just absolutely swarms you, and we get another win. As we move on to week 10, let's check out the trail. No commitments this week, but we continue to be locked in battles for some of our top prospects left on the board. We have 5 guys 80 overall or better. We're in the mix for all of them. We still have a ton of talent to lock down. What has happened to the Bulldogs as the fall continues? Now sliding to 5-4 on the season. They lose this week to 3rd ranked Florida 31-17. Kirby's boys are in trouble. The Wolfpack pick up another win, and I cannot believe how bad Clemson is. 2-5. I think Dabo's seat is red hot at this point. They're 1-4 in conference play. Unreal. We talked about them earlier. The Fighting Irish pick up a great ranked win, handing the previously unbeaten Horned Frogs their first loss on the year, 48-17. We're headed to South Bend in just 2 short weeks. Great time to remind you to like and subscribe so you don't miss that game. Marshall jumps up to the top spot after the big road win at Syracuse. The ACC continues to dominate. We have 3 teams inside of the top 5. And I'm telling you, that Pitt, North Carolina showdown is going to be a big one. Washington, Notre Dame, Penn State, Illinois, Georgia Tech, Syracuse, and Nebraska round out the top 12. First teams just out, Florida State and North Carolina State. Next week, it's the battle for pride in West Virginia, the Friends of Cole Bowl, as we will take on a struggling West Virginia program. Can't wait to curb stomp them. They're 2-6 on the season. Appreciate you guys watching this one as we get closer and closer to NCAA 25. I love all y'all. I appreciate the support. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.